Welcome to our Facebook live crafting session from Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. I'm Jill.
And I'm Jez.
And on the first Saturday of every month, we do a joint live crafting session over in our Facebook group, Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. If you'd like to watch along live next time, please come and join our group. There'll be a link below this video. I hope you enjoy watching.
I was looking down at the iPad then and I was thinking, no, I need to look at the phone, don't I? Otherwise, that's all you see on the video.
The Rings of Love paper that Jez has got, but I have got the silver and gold, which is lovely. So you get two patterns. You get the stripes and the dots, both in gold and silver, and it's really lovely paper. And I have used it quite a bit already on just making cards that I needed to send, and not necessarily that I've shown on my blog, but I've really liked it. And the really good thing about it is you can colour it.
Yes.
With our blending brushes, which is really nice, which is what I've done today.
Ooh.
So the blending brushes on the background. And then I made this happy, which I was quite proud of myself. And that's the only reason I wanted this set, was because I wanted to do happy, and I realised that you could have Happy.
Oh, clever.
Happy. So yeah, it's a bit fiddly for those of you that thinks I do fiddly things. Yeah, ready for it?
Yeah.
It's a bit fiddly, but yeah, I really liked it. And this one I used how many strands? 4 strands of the in colour baker's twine to tie down there. Yeah, but I'm going to do different colours on my one today. So this was Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, and Mango Melody. But I'm going to do purples today with the turquoises. So got my little bit of, so I've just cut a sheet in half. So this is 3 inches by 6. I'm going to get a bit of scrap paper and the brushes. And I'm going to do 3 colours. I'm going to do Gorgeous Grape, Fresh Freesia, and Coastal Cabana.
Nice.
So let's start with Gorgeous Grape. So just if you haven't used the blending brushes before, you get some ink on it. You just need to take a little. It's really, really too dark for me, that. So you just need to take it off a little bit before you actually add it to your project. Otherwise, it might be a bit dark.
Are those new blending brushes? Because they were very white.
Yes, they are new ones. So I lost one. Do you remember? I had a pack and I lost one. I only had 2 for ages, and then I bought another pack, and then I found the one that was missing. So I've got 6 now. So I've got the other 3, which was what I did on my other cards. So they're all waiting to be cleaned. And I thought I'd wait until I've used these ones, and then
yeah, mine need clean. I've just ordered a new set because 3 just isn't enough.
Yeah, no, you do need more.
And they're so much better than the makeup brushes I was using.
Yeah, and if you I think this might be all right without this. Quite pale, this one.
Yeah.
If you use water to wash them, which is fine, but they just take a while to dry then.
Yeah.
So you can't use them for a while because they're drying. So it's the same principle this is using the sponge daubers or anything, is you can always add more colour, but you can't take colour off. So just be a bit gentle with it, with the colour. So is that enough? Yeah, I think so. And then Coastal Cabana. Oh gosh, that's really inky.
That is.
That's really inky.
I thought that was Bermuda Bay.
Yeah, no, it's not, is it? No, it's Coastal Cabana. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, don't just dump your brush back on the paper. Just take off a little bit of the colour first. But there you go. One coloured piece of DSP. You can do any colours you like. So you've got a whole rainbow of colours available if you have this paper. So let's do this bit first then. So what we're going to do, I've got a piece of cardstock that is half an A4 as usual, and I'm going to score it at 10.5.
Anthony's just asking if you can still see my carpet. Yes, still tidy.
You can see my carpet, but it is covered in bits. I really must get the hoover out and give it a good hoover in here.
Yeah, mine probably. Yeah, I've got bits on the floor, but not only bits of paper that I've been
Yeah.
cutting, not like
Yeah, no, that's what mine is.
not
Right.
like rubbish.
That is just, well, mine is rubbish. Mine needs hoovering up. That's just going to go on there like that. It overlaps a little bit because I always do that, because if I want a nice flush edge, I find it easier to trim it off after rather than cut it to exactly the right size and then maybe misplace it. So a little bit of Tombow. Spread that out a little bit. Yeah. So I really like this. This DSP is great because, in fact, I thought it would be one of the things that sold out first, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's the pool party cards and envelopes and the Rings of Love DSP that they're short of. They've run some things have sold out in the US, but they haven't, nothing sold out here yet that we've been told of. So, and then I'm just going to cut 2 tiny strips of Coastal Cabana, so it looks a bit, where's my card gone, looks a bit like I've done a mat here.
Yeah,
actually just 2 little strips, so you're not wasting a whole load of cardstock hiding behind there.
I do that.
Yeah, so, and it's quite easy when you've got a bit of DSP on there to just butt it up against it. So 1 little strip, 2 little strips. It doesn't really matter if they're not exact, because one's at the top and one's at the bottom. You can pretend you did it deliberately if one's at the bottom. You can pretend that was your intention all along. So that's going on. I'm just going to trim it off a little bit so I don't waste any glue. I could do with some tweezers. There we go. Oh, that came out a bit too soon. There we go.
Very economic. Yes, we are very frugal with our crafting supplies.
We are very frugal because we want them to last. That's a bit wet. I've just dampened my sponge in my Tombow, so it's a bit too damp. It just takes a while to just get to the right amount of dampness. Right, I'm going to have to clean that off there because that's, there we go. This is the first time, honestly, I've done so little crafting, really since June. Because first I had Mum and then I had Jeff, and I had a couple of weeks in between where I tried to get back on board, and then it all went pear-shaped again. So this week definitely going to try and get back on board and do some crafting and do some posting and some videos and things. So this was a very good excuse to get back crafting.
Yeah.
That and the blog hop this morning that I was still making the card for it. God knows what time last night. Nothing like a last minute deadline to pressure you into doing something.
Yeah.
I read all these things about people saying, now I've planned up to the end of September. And I think I haven't even planned up to the end of today.
So,
I'm just going to trim that off with my big scissors. Trim off those.
no, when there was the reminder for the Pootler video hop.
Oh God, I know.
Oh, when's that deadline?
Yeah, I know.
What's the theme? What can I make?
Yeah, no, that's on my list of things to do this weekend if I get a chance.
Oh, I managed to do it yesterday before I went out.
No, I'm going to have exhausted myself after doing the blog hop this morning, and now this. It's going to be me done.
Yeah.
A couple of days. There we go. Right, so that's our background.
Lovely.
So I have already die cut my tag.
Love those tags.
These are the tailor-made tags. They're really great. They're really lovely. These will stay in my stash forever, even if they retire.
Yeah.
And I have done a little little hole reinforcer here to go on there. So I might as well just glue that on there here.
Well, Emma's done her Pootler hop this morning.
Oh, what's the theme, Emma? What are we doing?
I think it's the mini catalogue, isn't it?
Is it? Oh,
I hope so, because that's what I've done.
I just feel the annual catalogue has got even more neglected than it normally does. We hardly had any time to do the annual catalogue, and then it was Celebration, and the new catalogue. It just seems to have been right. Okay, so my letters, I've already done most of them, but I'm going to show you how I do the Y. So they're embossed in white on different cardstock. So Now, I am contemplating, because I think I'm going to want to do this happy more, actually cutting some of these words apart so that I've got the individual letters.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that yet, because I always think if I come to sell it, people might not be very happy, but I might not ever sell this set. So, you know.
No.
Well, what I did was I just took the stamps, this is hanging off because I only needed the A, and I just stamped it in Versamark and then just washi taped over the bit I didn't want, so that I just had the individual letter. So I'll show you what I mean. So this is the hay. So this has got the Y on it that I need. So we're going to do it on Bermuda Bay.
Do you know, I've just suddenly had a flashback there to my dad. Because whenever we used to say, if he said something, he went, "Hey," and he went, "I didn't ask you what horse is that." Suddenly that just bumped in my head.
So, and then just mask off. So I've bent this bit of washi tape. It's not quite long enough. Let me get another bit. Just mask off the other letters so you don't get them, and then you can stamp like that. And then you can take your white embossing powder. Oh, I think I've got some excess Versamark on there. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I can do that again. That didn't work very well. Don't know what's happened though. It looks like there's splodges of Versamark. No, it shouldn't be. Right, let's try that again. Why? That's not that one. Why did that happen? Don't know. Some of these stamps, when you press too hard, you get an imprint from the bit that's not meant to print. I think that might have been what happened there. I won't press so hard this time.
Well, Ali uses my dad's line as well. Hey, that's what horses eat.
Right, that's better. That's better. There we go. Didn't use me embossing buddy, but I seem to have got away with it.
Do you know, I never use it, and it's usually in my eyesight as well, and I just like.
Yeah. I did use it on all the others. I don't know, just because I'm on camera. Yeah. Right, and then the hoop gun, which is down here somewhere.
And embossing buddies are back in the catalogue as well, aren't they?
Oh, isn't it part of a pack though?
Part of a pack, yeah, with the tray and.
Sorry, making a noise.
All right. Yeah, you have to buy the tray and the tweezers and everything with it. I've got one of them trays somewhere. I don't use it. Don't even know where it is. I just found them. I prefer, like you, I put the embossing powder in a pot and spoon it on.
Oh, hang on, that's not quite done. At the top. That's better. Right, and then I just fussy cut them. And I know some people aren't very worried, you know, not very keen on fussy cutting, but they're fairly easy to do. And you could just leave them as a, so with the Y, I didn't actually go in and cut that bit out, and it looks fine. So, you know, you don't have to be too fussy.
No. Not so fussy cutting.
No. And I just liked that I had another way to write happy. It made me happy.
I was right to say, you beat me to it.
There. So that's my Y. How easy was that? So let's put a dimension. I've put dimensionals on the back of the others. So I will put dimensionals on the back of this one.
I am glad you've done the other letters, because
yeah, it's not very interesting watching.
Well, yeah, and I really need to have a little lie down in a minute.
Right, okay, so then I'm going to put all these letters in the right place. So,
oh, Hazel's saying I like the big happy we had a while ago. Yes, yeah. I like that one as well.
Yeah,
that's still in my collection. Well, everything's still in my collection. I never get rid of it out.
Yeah, so that's how they're going to go. So just take the backs off the dimensionals. Oops, line them all off and up, and now they've all fallen off. I got to the hospital one day when Jeff was in. He said, "What's on your sleeve?" It's a dimensional, back of a dimensional. As I said, I've not done any crafting, so God knows where it came from.
Yeah. Well, they just get everywhere, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Find them all over the house.
Yeah.
And like stick to the bottom of your slippers, don't you? And then you walk them
Yeah.
all around. And
Yeah, and they fly around because I've got fans on in here as well. They get blown around. There we go. And then this one. And then we just need to do the birthday. And for the birthday, I used the Happy Birthday stamp from Happiness Abounds. Got that mounted on here. Need a little bit of, what colour should we do? Gorgeous grape. So a bit of Versamark. Oh, let's use my
embossing buddy.
Embossing buddy before we do this, because it's quite a dark piece of card. It will really show up if you get specs. So let's just there. And then I'm going to try to just print birthday, but it won't matter if I print a bit of the happy as well, because that's just going to be cut off. So there we go. And a little bit of white embossing powder. Oh, you can see how the embossing powder, look how it's stuck up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works. And then, sorry, being noise again. Sorry,
right.
Just talk amongst yourselves while I make a noise.
All right. It's not very noisy, actually.
Is it not? It sounds really noisy here.
No, it's not at all. I thought you'd turned your volume down to save our ears.
And then I'm just going to fussy cut this out as well.
Oh.
But again, I didn't actually do it terribly fussy. I just sort of did broad strokes, really.
More unfussy fussy cutting.
Yeah.
I do like fussy cutting out where it's,
yeah,
I think it looks very effective.
Seems to be a trend at the minute, doesn't there? People doing it. It seems to be very, very on trend. Unlike me to be on trend, but I usually catch on to a trend about 3 years after it's disappeared over the right. There. Oh, just cut that little point off.
Oh, Emma says it's when I'm talking that it makes your audio quieter. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it wasn't very noisy, because I didn't put it up.
So it automatically quietens it down.
Yeah.
Ah.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either. You're sounding very Somerset there.
Oh, we were out yesterday and bumped into someone. My mate bumped into this guy. He was actually from Wiltshire, but it's very similar accent. And she said, "Oh, you've got to come and talk to my friend." And we had a proper ooh-ah conversation.
Right, and then I haven't got any baker's twine in the right colours for this. I'm going to use a piece of the open weave in colour ribbon just to finish off there.
I've nearly used all of mine of that.
I've used quite a lot, I have to say. I think one reel I've had to buy another reel.
Yeah, I've used up all of that colour and all of pale papaya. Don't know why I've used up all of pale papaya, because that's my least favourite. So I've got the polished pink and the two greens. But nice I'm not ribbon. Buying another reel.
Lovely ribbon.
It is beautiful ribbon. I loved it when we had the white. You remember the white we had years ago?
Yeah. Right, I'm going to trim that off when it's on the card. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back here. So I'm going to use back dimensionals for this, because you want it to have a very secure. You don't want it to get bent in the post. There we go. And where's my background? There it is. So it's just going to go on like that.
So lovely.
It's a very me card, this.
Yeah. Nice colour combo. I like it.
Yeah, I like the purples with the turquoises.
I do.
There we go. Let's go in there. And I'll just trim the ribbon off and we're done.
Lovely.
It's 5-3. Look at that.
Well done.
There we are. So, rid of all this rubbish. And there's that one.
Cool.
That one. There.
No prizes for guessing my favourite.
Yeah, no, I know. I quite like those colours though.
They
I
are
like them. Sort of citrusy.
Yeah.
Right, I shall come back up.
Excellent. People are saying it's gorgeous.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my projects. Now you can pop over and watch Jez's project and watch her half of the live video and see her amazing projects that she's making. Bye.
Bye.